Hi everyone, how is everyone? I'm just trying to grab my live so I can see comments. Please pop on and say hello as you're watching. Once I get it up, I'll be able to see who's on. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week. I will say I've had an extremely busy week. Hi Rachel. And as you can see by my hair, we've had huge humidity here today, so I think we might even get a little bit of a storm coming through. They did say we're going to get a storm from 5 o'clock, so we'll wait and see. Hopefully we don't lose power though, because it looks really black. It's so black out there. So hopefully you've had a good week, Rachel. What have you been up to? So I've had another busy week. We've had last Thursday when I was live here was my husband Adam's birthday. The very next day was my daughter's birthday. She turned 23. And we've also had, what else have we had this week? So the weekend we went down to Melbourne, and my husband and our daughter actually went to Melbourne on Friday. Saturday morning they swam with the dolphins and seals, which was fantastic for them. And then I went down with my son and his girlfriend on Saturday afternoon after we finished the shop and stayed down there overnight, and we did a Pentridge prison ghost tour. So that was really fun. So we did that, stayed the night, got up in the morning, had breakfast, and then did a little bit of shopping and come home. So that was full on. I don't think I've really recovered yet, and this weekend we've got my daughter and her boyfriend coming home, so it's going to be full on for the rest of the week. And yesterday was Adam's and myself's wedding anniversary, 21 years, so which was fantastic. Hi Ingrid, how are you? Can't see anyone else, that's okay. I don't think there's anyone else on, well, no one that's said who they are. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad to have everyone here tonight. I've got a really cool card, and actually cards to show you tonight that we're crafting with. We're using some Sale A Bration products. As you know, here in the South Pacific, Sale A Bration is supposed to be finished at the end of this month, but it's been extended due to the global shipping crisis. So luckily for us, it's staying around until the 16th of March, which is fantastic. I am so excited that it's staying around for a little bit longer. What else? So I do have some things to show you. So what we might do is we might get started. And yeah, as you pop on, please pop on and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from if you're new here. And if you're not new here, just come on and say hello. Say hello to everyone as well. All right, let's pop the camera down really quickly. Okay. Rachel says she's been working and busy raining here. You're getting like cyclone weather, I believe, up your way, which is not good. Okay, so I did receive a card this week. It was from my beautiful mum, and it was for our wedding anniversary. So our wedding, the colours were purple and the theme was butterflies. So this is perfect, and there was a lot of silver as well. Isn't this gorgeous? She's done an amazing job. So much effort in there. Really pretty on the inside as well. So another one to go in the pool room. Oh Marion, we are going to get it. It is so dark out there. There's no way that we're missing out on this rain. And I do know Coda let me know that it was raining in Bendigo, so, and that's where it's coming from. So cross your fingers that we get a really nice drop. Okay, Tracy's Sunday challenge this week is the mini catalogue, and I actually teamed up the mini catalogue and Sale A Bration together. We have the Rainbow of Happiness bundle, which is absolutely gorgeous in the mini catalogue, and I've paired it up with the Rainbow Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. That is a free Sale A Bration paper, pack of 6x6, packed full of beautiful papers, and I made this diorama card, so it pops open just like that. Super cute idea. We have some of that beautiful DSP in the background. There are these little rainbow border dies in the set, as well as the rainbows. Now, and if you haven't seen the video, it is here on YouTube, you can check that one out. But this is DSP that I've run through one of the dies and popped up on some adhesive sheets, which gives us that nice pop-up. But isn't this cool? It's a diorama card, so it's actually no thicker than a normal card, but it pops up when you open it up. Love it. And if you'd like to join in, all you need to do is create a card or project using any product in the mini catalogue that you have. Go over to my Facebook page and pop a photo in, and we would love to see what you all create, because the mini catalogue has so many wonderful suites and bundles and products in it that you're going to have heaps of inspiration. Rachel said that they needed the rain as well. Didn't get as much as you thought. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, look, we are so dry here. It's not even funny. So like I said just quickly before Sale A Bration is on, it's been extended till the 16th of March. This is a great time to stock up on your adhesives, your ink pads, your cardstock, your DSP, anything you would like. It's a really great time, because for every $90 here in Australia, you can choose a free item from this beautiful little catalogue, Sale A Bration Catalogue. There are stamp sets and DSP. There's so much in here. Really, really pretty items, and I'll show you a little bit more later on, because these are what we're crafting with tonight. But you can purchase them in my online store and grab some of these wonderful bargains while you can. The mini catalogue is also out and available. This is what we're creating with all week with Tracy's Sunday Challenge. So if you don't have either of these catalogues and you're not already ordering through another demonstrator, I would happily send them out to you if you get in touch with me. If you are already ordering through another demonstrator, please get in touch with them and ask them to send catalogues out. But oh my goodness, there's so many great things in here. I'm really looking forward to starting to play with the mini catalogue a little bit more than the Sale A Bration, because I've really focused on the Sale A Bration the last month or so. And while Sale A Bration is still on, there is a wonderful joining offer for anyone who purchased the starter kit through Sale A Bration. Not only will you get to choose $235 of product, and you only pay $169, you're also going to get to choose 2 free stamp sets on top. So these could be from the annual catalogue or the mini catalogue. You can choose whatever ones you would like, and that's an added bonus. Your first delivery, you pay no postage on your starter kit, which is fantastic. And then any orders after that, you're going to receive a 20% discount, which is fantastic. And oh, hi Judith, you've been having trouble because of the thunder and lightning. I think that's coming our way. Yeah, so it's a really wonderful special that's going on for the time being. You're saving yourself so much money, $66 free in products. Then you're saving yourself the postage, and on top of that, you're getting 2 free stamp sets. It's a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful company to be part of. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd happily talk you through what purchasing the starter kit is like. Alright, so that is available as well. My Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle is still available over my blog. This is packed full of wonderful projects using the Sweet Talk suite, which is in the mini catalogue. Some of these are Valentine's Day themed projects, but you can change them around for birthday, for anniversary, for wedding. There's so many different varieties that you could change them to. Let me show you the little treat holder that I made, which is fantastic because you could use this for a birthday treat, a wedding table favor. You could use it for anything. So we have a really nice little treat box that you could create using that. So $9.99 over on my blog. That is US as well. And there are 12 wonderful demonstrators that all create great projects for you each and every month. So for anyone who is purchasing this month with me using this host code, I have a couple of wonderful offers for you. So I will be sending you a lollipop treat holder, and it won't have Happy Valentine's Day because Valentine's is over. I'll put a different sentiment down there for you, but this is using that Sweet Talk Sweet. So pretty. And look at those hearts. I don't know whether that picks up too well. There you go. Those embossed hearts from the Dotty embossing folder. So you'll receive one of those. You'll also receive a bundle tutorial that is packed full of wonderful inspiration. There's full color photographs. There is all the products used, as well as dimensions and instructions. And you're going to get a lot of information in here and a lot of different card ideas and project ideas, which is fantastic. And this is the card that I've created for this bundle using the Friendly Hello bundle. So it's that one that you can get the DSP and stamp set for $180 order. You can choose that as your free gift. So super cute. And anyone who joins my team, the INKY Stampers, and purchases the starter kit through me, you get this absolutely free every single month as an added bonus for being part of the team. Alright, so that was all I had to get through. Let me show you what we're creating tonight. So this is a little bit different. I've actually made 5 cards, and we're going to create one of them again tonight. But 5 cards, I've used one design, one sketch. I've also used this Hello Beautiful stamp set to create my background. So I'm just going to show you quickly some of the products that I've used. So this one I've used to create my background of my card, and then I've brought in these wonderful stamp sets, which are all Sale A Bration stamp sets, to create different cards. Now, with one exception, the Special Moments, which has they're all sentiments in the stamp set, which I think is a really great one to get as a free gift, because you have sentiments for just about every single occasion right here in this stamp set, which is fantastic. And I love the different fonts, the different, some are bigger, some are smaller, which is really great as well. You've sort of got like an inside and an outside to a card if you would like. But I've gone with all my sentiments from this stamp set. So let me bring in one of the cards and I'll go through each one. So this one here, we have used yellows, so yellow tones. And I'll show you the colours as well, because I've kept them on my desk. I have a lot of ink pads on my desk, so let's see if we can try not to throw them on the floor. We have Bumblebee, So Saffron, Daffodil Delight, and Crushed Curry. Such pretty colours, and as you can see, creates a nice little background here using that Hello Beautiful stamp set. I've also teamed it up with the Island Vibes stamp set, so this one here. And I've gone with the pineapple, but you could use the other 2 images in there. I thought this was really good. So it's a basic white thick card base. We have a matting piece of the basic black, piece of basic white thick for our background here. We've got a strip of basic white thick for our sentiment, as well as a little strip of, this one's Crushed Curry. And then I've added my sentiment and a little extra design there of the pineapple, and I've just popped a few rhinestones in there as well. So that's the first card. Let me bring in the next card, this one here. This is the blues. So for this one here, once again, we've created the same background using 4 blues. Pacific Point, Misty Moonlight, Bermuda Bay, and Coastal Cabana. And the stamp set we've used for Sale A Bration is the Driving By. So this one here, which has a little, it looks like a, is it an MG? A combi and a little VW bug. And some really good sentiments there as well. The Island Vibes has 3 stamps in it, but no sentiments. So I really like one that has, you know, that variation of both. If you're only placing a $90 order, it's nice to be able to get a combination of both images and sentiments. But yeah, so this one is what I created using that same background, stamping with memento over the top just to break those down. And I've also re-stamped just the top of that bug, those cute little bunch of presents to add to the sentiment as well. So I think that turned out quite cute. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. The next one we're going to show is purples. And this one's using the awesome Otter stamp set. Again, Sale A Bration. So there is 4 images, 3 of otters, 1 with a little party hat, and then we've got 2 great sentiments there. It's birthday time and you are utterly awesome. So fantastic sentiments that you can pop in there. We've stamped the background with some purples, and let me bring those ones in to show you. So for the purples, I went with Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, and Rich Razzleberry. So some beautiful purpley tones in the background there. I also stamped my little otter and coloured him in with the Stamping Blends. And another beautiful sentiment from that Special Moments stamp set. And I've also just popped a little bit of bling in the background as well with those rhinestones. So cute. So that is the 3rd card. Let me show you the 4th card and my second favourite card out of the series. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? This is really, really pretty. So the pinks, I'll show you the pinks first and then we'll go to the stamp set. So the pinks in this one are Flirty Flamingo, Melon Mumbo, Polished Pink, and Magenta Madness. Magenta Madness is my favourite pink, and that's retiring really soon. So I'm going to try and use it a ton because I'm really sad to see it go. So you'll see a lot of different projects using that Magenta Madness over the next few months. So super cute. The stamp set that we've used in the background and for our element there, this is the Friendly Hello bundle. So there's also a DSP with this bundle. I've just gone with the stamp set, but this is a $180 order. And I'll just quickly say these two are both $180 purchase to choose these ones as your free gift, which highly recommend both of them because they're really great sets. But I really loved these big flowers and popping them in the background with the big leaf as well. I thought this one turned out really well, and the black really pops on those pinks. Some of the other colours, the black didn't pop quite so much, but I think definitely with this pink it really just stands out beautifully. So that's my second favourite. Marion says she loves the Special Moments stamp. Yes, me too. Has so many great sentiments there. Alright, so my favourite card. We're going to move to the favourite card. It's the greens. Look at that. So cute. So for this one we've gone with the Catching Butterflies stamp set. This is a $90 spend. And let me know if that's too dark, but it's going to stop the flickering. So hopefully it doesn't get dark really quick outside. So the Catching Butterflies, I really like this one because it has a great catching butterflies. We have a bundle of butterflies and then just a single butterfly and some great sentiments. So this one is a really, really cute stamp set to get. Also a free celebration with a $90 order. I've paired that up again with the Special Moments for our sentiment, and I've used Pear Pizzazz underneath. And for these greens, let me show you. We have Pear Pizzazz, Old Olive, Granny Apple Green, and Shaded Spruce. I really like how this turned out. To me, this one probably looks more camouflage than the others, but yeah, how cute is that? And a little girl that we're going to stamp and colour in as well. So we're going to get started with this one. Like I said, we are using both the Hello Beautiful and the Catching Butterflies stamp sets, but you could change these. You don't have to use the Sale A Bration stamp sets. You could change them to anything that you have. So, okay, I'm just going to bring in my kit here. So we have a basic white thick cardstock as our card base. So half piece of A4, chopped in half, scored in half, and I'm just going to use my bone folder to give that nice crisp score line. We also have a piece of matting, basic black, and I'll have all the measurements here on the YouTube channel and on my blog in a little bit of time. Just give me an hour or two once I get off and I'll have them all up for you. We also have a piece of basic white that we're going to do our stamping on. And then I've just grabbed some scrap out of my scrap bin. I have Pear Pizzazz piece of basic white thick for our sentiment piece. And then this one's actually got a pineapple stamped on the back. We're going to stamp our little girl on this one and colour her in. We are going to use stamping blends, and the stamping blends that I went with, we have the soft seafoam combo, the granny apple green combo. I also have the light petal pink just for her cheeks. We have the bronze and the ivory for her face. So easy colouring. So to start off, we're actually going to stamp our background, and I have all my stamps on my block from that stamp set. So here they are here. That pink sure does stain those stamps, those photopolymer stamp sets, but it really doesn't hurt them in any way. So don't stress with any, especially with pinks. So let me grab my stamp set. So you could use any of these images. I've gone with the 3 largest ones and then this little flick here as well. So my laptop's just died, so if I don't see your, if you ask a question, please just ask again because I might miss it as I'm looking down. I can't always see it, just evaporates off my phone. Alright, so we're going to start with, I think we're going to start with the Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to stamp this down in the corner. Now I was watching my friend Melinda Hart the other day, and she created a card using very similar design as this, so I want to give her a shout out and let you know I got the idea from her. And in the description I'll actually put her post address there so you can go and check her out as well. Please do, because she's very talented, and she's a demonstrator over in the US. So if you're in the US and you're looking for a demonstrator, I would highly recommend checking Melinda out. She had a really pretty card. So I've just stamped a few different elements in that long, it looks like a cucumber to me. Then we're going to move on. Let's use the old olive. And for this one, I'm going to use that fatter stamp. And we want to overlap these images a little bit because that gives it a different look. And we're changing the orientation of the stamp as well, which gives us that real, I don't know, the camouflage look, I suppose. With your big stamps, you're also going to want to take up a lot of the room, because that last stamp that we're using, you're not going to be able to fill too much of that using that tiny little one. I think that should be good. We can always come back in again and re-go over a few. Okay, so we're going to use the shaded spruce for the next one, and I'm going to use this one here. For everyone that's watching, let me know, do you have the Hello Beautiful stamp set? It's part of the Abstract Beauty bundle or suite. It's actually the suite that I did a collaboration with Wendy with, so you may have seen that one. Bring a little bit in there, and I need a little bit over here. I think I want just a little bit there as well. Okay, so I am going to have to come back in, and I think I'll use that Pear Pizzazz because I've got a little bit too much white space just there for what I want. So let me bring that in. I'll go that way. Yeah, that looks so much better. So we can fill in those little bits of white space there with the granny apple green. Thank you everyone that's popped in. I hope you're having a good week. Let me know what you've been up to. So I'm just filling in some of that space, making sure I'm stamping over some of the stamps as well. We had excitement here yesterday and the day before. We've had a brown snake in the backyard on Tuesday, and then yesterday we had a customer coming in the shop and there was a brown snake out the front of the shop. So she was yelling out that there was a snake out the front. So each year we seem to get quite a few baby snakes around the area. Okay, so we do want to let that dry. We've popped a lot of ink there on that card. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer and we're just going to create some of those layers. So with the coloured cardstock, I'm going to make that 3/4 of an inch. Could be a little bit bigger, but 3/4 of an inch is just enough. And we're going to 5 3/4 is across the card. So that'll go across all the way. Easy. And then for our sentiment piece, this needs to be 1 inch by 5 3/4. Like I said, all the measurements will be over on my blog and in the description of this video a little bit later on. So that gives us our 2 little strips for our sentiment, which we can stamp those ones. And I also want to stamp that little girl with the net. So we're going to bring in Memento ink. That's what we're using tonight. So I'm going to stamp the little girl first. Because we're going to use our stamping blends, I want to make sure that I let that dry enough. I find if I don't let my Memento dry, once I go in and use my stamping blends, it actually makes them bleed. I have a lot of trouble with that. I don't know whether that's normal or whether that's something I'm doing, but I find if I let the Memento dry a little bit, I don't really have any problems. Perfect, so I can move her over to the side. I'm going to bring my sentiment piece in. And I really like the sentiment that I used here, that just a card to say you're amazing. Okay, so I haven't got that one on a block just yet, but it'll be easy enough to pop on. And once again, we're going to use that Memento to stamp that sentiment down. Really nice, and they stamp really nice sentiments. Look at that. Okay, should be right now to stamp on this one. So with the catching butterflies, you could do the single butterfly stamp, but this one has that little cluster of butterflies, which is perfect for our background. I've got that one already down and ready to go. So we're just going to stamp that randomly in the background. Now obviously the lighter your colours, although the pinks really do pop out, usually the lighter your colours, the more your Memento image is going to stick out. So we're just going to stamp Lots of butterflies in the background, so it looks like there's butterflies everywhere and she's just running around catching them. Seems like kids probably don't really have those childhood memories like we all did. So super cute. You could probably take out the shaded spruce because that's a really dark colour, and maybe use soft seafoam instead, and then that way your darkest would be what, old olive, so that would probably look really good and a little bit lighter with your colours. Right, so while we're still waiting for that to dry, we can pop these two down together, and I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive. Thank you everyone for giving me thumbs up, really appreciate that. I know YouTube appreciates it too. Okay, so popping those down. If you enjoy this video, I would love it if you shared it as well. Let your friends know to come and watch. So there we have it. Okay, so this one should be right to go. Let me bring in those blends that we decided on. So for her face, I've gone with the ivory. Now, I haven't really played around too much with those flesh tone blends yet. I really do need to, but this card was just something that I had to do quickly. With so much going on this month, February is my huge month. We have tons of birthdays, and with our anniversary and everything going on, I just find I'm always rushing in February to get things done. So actually I only finished the blog post for today's live, maybe I would say an hour ago. So at least most of it's done. I've just got to pop in a couple of things before setting it live, but I feel like I'm chasing my tail a little bit, and I always do in February. So looking forward to quietening down. I think that's why I love winter so much too, is you don't tend to go out and about and do too much. You spend more time at home, so it's not as rushed. So we do need to do her little chest there and her little hands and legs. Okay. I just need to go over her a little bit more. She was darker at the top than what she was down below. There we go. That's blended a lot nicer. I'm going to come in with the petal pink and just do her little cheeks there. This is just the light. I don't know how well that's going to pick that up, but yeah, you can see that, her little cheeks. Okay, so moving on, we're going to use the soft seafoam. I'm going to use the light for the netting, and this is just to bring that green in, although we didn't use the soft seafoam. I didn't want to use Granny Apple Green or anything like that. I think that's too much. And I can come in with that dark, just to add a little bit of colouring as well. Judith says it's raining. Fantastic. Hasn't started here yet, but it is getting darker outside. Feels like we haven't had rain for so long now. So I know my tanks would love it. So I'm just adding that bronze down for her hair. And I'm adding just like a quick layer. And then I'm going to come back through and add a little bit more down. And because it's a little girl's hair, There's usually a few different colours in their hair, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Cute. Okay, so moving on to her dress, I want to add just a little bit of the dark greeny apple green towards the bottom of her dress. And this is basic colouring, I'm not doing anything super exciting. Adding a little bit of colours in those folds of her dress. And then we can come in with the dark and then just add a little bit of blending to it. And if it blends out too much, we can always come back in and add a little bit more highlight. So I'm sorry I'm missing anyone's comments. I probably should have had my charger in my laptop, but I didn't. I didn't realise it was so dead. Now with the stamping blend you can add little polka dots or little designs because you can blend the colours together. Really just playing around with your stamping blends to see what you can create with them. They're a ton of fun. Now the only problem we have now is we've just got to quickly fussy cut this one, so let me see how we go. So Adam and I have just started watching Band of Brothers again, which is a World War II series. It was made, I think, I reckon quite a few years ago now, well over 10. It has David Schwimmer from Friends in it. It has Donnie Wahlberg. I can't think of the redhead guy's name. He's a British actor. He's been in a lot of shows. My husband loves him. It's a really great show. I know I've watched it at least 3 or 4 times, and I think my husband's probably watched it going on 10 or more. But we did have the DVDs many years ago, and we loaned it to a friend and he didn't give them back. And while we were out shopping on Sunday after breakfast, we actually came across them. So we bought them again and we thought, yeah, we're gonna watch these again. So we're in a mad rush to try and watch as many as we can, because when my daughter comes home this weekend, she thinks that she's going to take them home with her because she wants to watch them. So it's going to be a mad rush to see if we can finish them. I think I don't know if there's 5 discs. We're on our second one anyway. We're almost finished the second disc. But if you like historical dramas, you'll really like this one. They say it's very accurate, and what I really like about it is it starts off each episode with, because it's a true story, or based on a true story, they actually talk to the old soldiers that it's based on. So obviously quite a few years ago that it was made, so but it's really great to see. So if war sort of dramas and war stories, documentaries, if you enjoy those and you haven't seen this one, please go and check it out because you will thoroughly enjoy it. Alright, so almost there. Sorry, sometimes I'm not the quickest at fussy cutting, but that's okay. So don't forget to go over and check Melinda's post out or card and video. I'll link that to her video that she did on her live this week, I think it was. So, and I've got black right there. I always said that red is my nemesis, but on the weekend, no, the other night I was doing a little bit of crafting and And I put the memento everywhere as well, which is something Marion always does. Because it was only a little bit, I'm able to use a sand eraser. So these ones you can get at good craft supply stores. It's a sand eraser, and if there's just a slight mark, it will actually sand that mark away. So it's a great little tool to have in your tool chest. Alright, so we're going to add these layers down, and I'm just going to use some liquid adhesive. So just want that peeking over the back. If you don't want to use pear pizzazz, you could use the darker shaded spruce or green apple green, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to add that one down to my card, and I want to do it sort of closer to the bottom. So don't forget, as you're watching this, please make sure you leave a comment. That way you'll go in the draw next week to win this card, which is always exciting to see who wins each week. So you want to give yourself a little bit of room. Hopefully I have to pop that down. Yep. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up the bottom of her dress and then the net with some dimensionals. And then we're going to add some liquid adhesive to her head and the rest of her body. And that will actually attach to that centerpiece. Get that right angle. There we go. So she's running along collecting the butterflies. How cute is that? And then, yeah, I have popped that up onto my card base. So let's bring some dimensionals in for that. You could, if you're sending this overseas, or if you didn't want something too thick, you could just use your liquid adhesive and pop that down as well. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. Hi, Glenda. Sorry, your comment went so quickly. It's okay if you're late. I'll show you the cards again once we're finished here. Okay, so I'm just going to center that down onto the basic white thick cardstock. And then we can bring in some little rhinestones to add them down to the card. Now the other thing you could do with your background here is you could stamp off and do second generation stamping. That would look really good and be a little bit lighter with your background if you didn't want it too dark. But yeah, I think that looks really good. So let me bring in those cards again. So we are using the Sale A Bration stamp sets for our cards here. So we have the greens, we have some pinks, some blues, some purples, and some yellows. So we have the island vibes, driving by, catching butterflies, friendly hello, and awesome otters for our cards. So one design, the same layout, the same idea, just changing the colors up a little bit and using different stamp sets. I really wanted to showcase those beautiful Sale A Bration free stamp sets with orders available here in the South Pacific up until the 16th of March. So get in and get those products because, yeah, why not? It's a great time to be getting some free crafty products. So let me pop them to the side. I'm going to move that to there because that's looks ugly. Let me show you the project that we did last week. So this was my sample using the Friendly Hello bundle. There are 2 tags in the front. This is a folded, oh thank you Glenda, a folded pocket card. So that was the one that was my sample. And then we created this one last week using the Daffodil Afternoon. I love this card. Very vanilla, large tag. These are the tailor-made tags. And then opening up I made a boo-boo down here, so we just cut out a little bit more DSP and added that. This is such a great card. So we're going to give away this card tonight. I have everyone's name in the drawer that commented last week. Now, it doesn't matter if you didn't catch the live. If you're watching the replay, pop a comment in and let me know where you're watching from. Leave a comment about anything that you've seen tonight, and you'll go in the draw next week to win this gorgeous Catching Butterflies card. So welcome. Good luck, everyone. I'm going to pick a winner and just try and pick one. There we go. Jen W. Well done, Jen. So Jen, you just need to get in touch with me and let me know your address so I can send it to you. And fantastic. That is awesome. All right, so let me just pop the camera up really quickly. All right, thank you everyone for joining me today. I really hope that you've enjoyed the 5 cards that I had to show you, and you enjoyed watching me create the 5th card using that Catching Butterflies stamp set. If you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used today, you can purchase them in my online store. I would love to earn your business. I have those wonderful customer appreciation bonuses there for everyone who orders through me. And yeah, if you're interested in purchasing the starter kit and taking up that wonderful offer of the 2 free stamp sets on top of the $66 free product, get in touch with me because I can help you out with that as well. If you have any questions, I'll happily talk you through that and alleviate any concerns you may have. So I'll be here on Sunday at 8:30 for another Tracy's Sunday challenge. If you would like to join in with this week's challenge, you have time, you've got plenty of time. It is mini catalogue as the theme, and yeah, hopefully you can join me for the new challenge on Sunday. If not, I'll be back here again on Thursday at 5. So yeah, hopefully you can join me. All right, everyone, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you all really soon. All right, bye-bye.